Welcome to another session of Optical Fiber Communications and Networks, Unit 1. Today we discuss about the topic of fiber joints. Fiber joints. Uh, Here, where exactly use this type of fiber joints, right? Are you visible the PPT?
Yes, sir, it's
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Right. Fiber joints. Where exactly this type of fiber joints are used in the optical communication system? In previous classes, we discussed about what are the main elements or block elements in the optical fiber system. We are taking input is electrical signal. We are taking modulation. It converts from electrical to optical by using optical sources, then transmits through optical fiber cable. Or the receiving and we are using photo detectors we are using again converts from optical to electrical signal, then go for demodulation and amplification, finally receive the original signal. Already we discussed this is the uh, basic optical communication system. Now today we discuss about the topic is fiber joints. Fiber joints. Here the fiber joints, see this one, this figure, I'm a basic block diagram. This is a source. This is optical fiber cable 1, optical fiber cable 2 and detector. There are three places exactly the joints together. Mainly the three places. First one is the connection from source to optical fiber cable. This is the first joint. Second one, connection between two optical fiber cables. That is the joint 2. Next, the third one place is connection from optical fiber cable to detector. These are three main places. Exactly the optical fiber joints. That is, here what is meant as source? Source is nothing but which converts from electrical to optical one. What is meant detector? Detector is nothing but it converts from optical signal to electrical signal. This is the three places exactly we are taking the fiber optic joints. Right. Now move to the main topic of this fiber joints. Here fiber joints, especially which is used in optical fiber communication system, where one or more places we are taking these fiber joints. This may happen the connecting from source to fiber, connecting between fibers, from fiber to detector. These are the main three places exactly we are using these fiber joints. Basically, there are two types of fiber joints available. There are two types of fiber joints are available. The first one is splices. The second one is connectors. Splices and connectors. What is the difference between these two, splices and connectors? Splices are nothing but is a permanent connection between fibers. General connectors is nothing but is temporary connection between fibers. That is, splices is permanent, connectors are temporary. First, we discuss about the first type of fiber joint is splices. Here, what is the definition of splices? Here, splices is nothing but a permanent joint formed between two individual optical fibers in the field is known as splicing. That is permanent connection. Here, this type of fiber splicing especially used to connect the optical fibers, the joining of the two fibers, where the smaller fiber lengths are needed to be joined. Suppose we are fixing the optical fiber cable which is a distance of 1 kilometer. Suppose the available optical fiber cable is 900 meters only. What about remain 100 meters? We are taking another optical fiber cable joined together with a smaller distance required. And this type of splices also used to connect repeaters in between transmitter to receiver. You know the concept of repeater. Repeater is nothing but amplifier which receives the signal and amplify. And what are the different types of splices techniques are available? Right now we discuss one by one what are the different types of splices techniques. The first one is fusion or mechanical or welding splicing. fusion or mechanical or welding splicing. Here in this type of splicing, we are taking two optical fiber cables, heating these optical fiber cables, heating these optical fiber cables by using electrodes. That is, we are taking two fibers and heating this end of this optical fiber cables, and by using this electrode or electric are joined together. Here how it can be possible, we will discuss step by step. See this one, I am taking two fibers. Is this end is flat? No, it is not a exact shape of the optical fiber at the end. First we have to go for end preparation. This is the initial setting. See this one, first we have to go for fiber end preparation in a proper way. Fiber end preparation, that is, we have to cut exactly. Next, once it is fiber end preparation done, by using this electric arc, by using heat the optical fiber cables. Once the heat can be done, move the two optical fibers one, that is, press it together. Then automatically the two fibers are joined together. This is about the first type of splicing technique, that is fusion or mechanical or welding type splicing. That is, first we have to take two optical fiber cables. We have to prepare the end one in a shape. Once the shape is done, then by using electric arc, heat the optical fiber cables and press it together and join together. This is about fusion or mechanical or welding splicing. This is about I will discuss about here. What is the drawback of this one? The drawback of this fusion splicing is that heat necessary fuse the fibers may weaken the fiber in the vicinity of splice. Due to heating that fibers, some damage the fibers. This is the main drawback of this first one. Next we are go for second one is adhesive splicing. Adhesive splicing. This is the common method which we are using in today real-time practical. Here in adhesive splicing, nothing but we are taking one capillary tube. In that capillary tube, we have to insert two optical fiber cables. Here is nothing but how it can be done. See this one. This is a capillary tube. The diameter of this capillary tube is more than the optical fiber cables. We are taking two optical fiber. This is optical fiber cable 1. This is optical fiber cable 2. We are taking this capillary tube. We are insert together. Inside a joint together. This is about adhesive splicing. Here in this adhesive splicing, must and should we have to take the diameter of capillary tube is more than that of optical fiber cable diameter. Next, the third one is V-groove splicing. Here what is meant by V-groove splicing? Right. Here first we have to take a general substrate, whether it is wood, whether it is some iron material, some other aluminum material, whatever it is, we are taking a substrate. At the center of the substrate, we have to remove the substrate in a V shape. At the center, we have to remove the substrate at the center in a V shape. Once we have to remove some of the substrate at the center in a V shape, fix these optical fiber cables in the V shape. Suppose we are taking the V shape at the center, nothing but once you have to fix optical fiber, just fix it together. This is a permanent connection. That's why it is called the based on shape of this one, it is called the V-groove splicing. Right. Here till now we discussed about the first concept here, The first type of fiber joints, that is splices. Splices is nothing but permanent connection between the optical fiber cables. There are three types of splices technique. First one is fusion or mechanical or welding splicing. We are getting some drawbacks in that one by using the heating. We'll go for second one is adhesive splicing. In this adhesive splicing, we are using capillary tube to connect the two optical fiber cables. Next, third one is weak groove splicing. We have to take one substrate and remove the substrate at the center in a V shape and fix the optical fiber cables. These are the three techniques we are using splices. Now, here in this splicing technique, before connecting together of the two optical fiber cables, first we have to prepare shape. First we have to prepare the shape of the optical fiber cable. That's why we are going for next topic is fiber end preparation. Fiber end preparation. Here how fiber end can be prepared. Here on all splicing techniques, at the time of joint together, we will go for fiber end preparation. Fiber end preparation. Here in every optical fiber cable, end face must be flat or smooth, perpendicular to the fiber axis in a proper way. Otherwise, it is not possible to join two. Join two. Suppose it is not the fiber is not prepared end. Some signals are losses, not properly joined together. That's why we are going for fiber end preparation. Fiber end preparation. How it can be possible? Right? See this one. Here, how the fiber end can be prepared. Fiber end can be prepared. This is the curved mandel. Curved mandel. This is optical fiber cable with a constant tension. Here we are using heavy metal or diamond blade. Heavy metal or diamond blade to prepare exact shape of the optical fiber cable. This is the picture shows how fiber end can be prepared perfectly. Here in this fiber end preparation involves cleaning the fiber end, produce smooth flat fiber end face. Here the basic method to use for this one where the technique is called the score and break or scribe and break method we are using for end preparation of the fiber. Score and break or scribe and break. Here score and break method consists of lightly scoring the outer surface of the optical fiber cable and placing it under tension until it breaks. Until it breaks. Right? That is where it maintains some constant tension and it is cut by either heavy metal or diamond blade. Here once the scoring process is complete, fiber tension is increased until the fiber breaks. Here why the tension is increases, that is the inside of the optical fiber cable having core material. Core is made up of glass, that is flexible glass. It is not possible to break. We are using either high metal or diamond blade, right? Here this is one completely we are taking. Suppose exactly we have to remove this optical fiber cable exactly by using score and break method. Once this score and break is completed, we are going for polishing. Why you are going for polishing? Polishing the fiber end removes the more surface imperfections introduced by the fiber clearing process. Fiber clearing process. Here fiber polishing begins by inserting the cleaved fiber into the ferrule of the connector assembly. Connector assembly. The ferrule is a fixture, generally a rigid tube, used to hold the stripped end of the optical fiber cable to connect the optical connector. This is the method how the fiber end prepared. Fiber end prepared. It is nothing but I'm explaining through the diagram, right? See this one. Um, Here connecting of the two optical fiber cables. Now automatically connect together. It is no problem. But here see this one. Now I am going for uh, this optical fiber cable which I am showing in this one. See this one. Is it possible to connect together two optical fiber cables? It is not possible. We have to prepare end preparation. End prepare, then connect together. It is not exact shape. At the end of the fiber it is not exact shape. That's why I go for fiber end preparation. At that time we are using a fiber high metal or I think diamond blade we are using, right? Here at that time we are using uh, these blades are we are using. By using this blade, connect here, connect exactly, and that is by the score. This is connect exactly. Remove this one, remove these two parts and join together. That is the concept of score and break and polishing technique. Score and break of the polishing technique. Once we have to remove this one. See this one. Now what is it is completes. Once the fiber end is prepared, then automatically connect together. Connecting of the two optical fiber cables. Once the ends are prepared, automatically connect together two optical fiber cables. Right. Next we discuss about the next topic is array splices. Here what is meant by array splices? Array is nothing but group. That is multiple of fibers are connect together and multiple of fibers are joined together. At that time we are going for array splicing. Here in this array splicing, a 12 fiber ribbon was prepared by scoring and breaking prior to the pressing the fiber ends onto the contact plate to avoid difficulties with varying gaps between the fibers to be fused. That is ribbon. Ribbon is nothing but the concept of bus in your CPU. CPU is nothing but CPU is the transfer of data in the inside the many connections. We are using the buses. Similarly, the ribbon. Here we are using ribbon. The topic of ribbon. Ribbon having 12 fibers. Here in this array splicing, we are using V groove splicing method to connect 12 optical fiber joints. See this one. This is a silicon chip. This is a ribbon. Ribbon having how many number of optical fiber cables? 12 optical fiber cables joined together in a silicon chip. In a silicon chip. That is called the array splicing. Array splicing. Next, how to calculate the efficiency of splicing techniques. How to calculate the efficiency of splicing techniques. That is the topic of measurement of array splicing efficiency. See this one, how to calculate splicing efficiency. Let x is the parallel, y is the perpendicular directions. That we are taking x-axis and y-axis, both are perpendicular to each other in the directions. We are taking tau x and tau y, power transmittives respectively. Power transmittive respectively. Next, what is the efficiency of this splicing? Efficiency, how to calculate eta? Eta equal to Pn by Ps. What is meant by Pin? Optical power launched. What is PS? Total source output to the power. Once the permanent connection takes place, how much power is input to the optical fiber cable 1? How much output to the optical fiber cable 2? That is P in 1, PS. That is how much we are send the power inside the optical fiber cable. How much it is lost. Suppose I am giving 10 dB power source side, but it is once the joint together we are getting it allows only 8 dB. How much loss? 2 dB is loss. That is we are calculating the efficiency. That is efficiency which is equal to P in by PS, which is equal to tau x multiplied with tau y. This is a method to calculate measurement of splicing efficiency. Next we are move to the second type of fiber joints, that is fiber connectors. Fiber connectors. Here what is meant by fiber connector? Fiber connectors are used for only temporary connection between the optical fiber cables or optical fiber components connection. What are the principles of good connector design? What is the principles of good connector design? It shows low coupling losses and it gives interchangeability, easy of assembly, low environmental sensitivity, low cost, reliable operation, easy of connection. Right, these are some of the principles for good connector design. Here the connectors are different types of techniques are used. Here screw on technique, bayonet mount, push pull, butt joint and expanded beam fiber connectors. Among these screw on, bayonet and push pull, butt joint, expanded beam fiber connectors, the butt joint, BUTT butt joint connectors are majority, and these type of connectors are made up with metal, ceramic and model plastic materials. Right, now we are go for the first type of connectors of the first type of butt joint alignment. The first one is straight sleeve. See this one, this is a guiding ring, this is alignment material, this is the exact fiber to join to connect together two optical fiber cables. We have to insert in the one ferrule and the guiding ring, it press alignment sleeve, then automatically press together here in this joint and connect two optical fiber cables. That is, in this straight sleeve, the length of the sleeve and guided ferrule determines the end separation of the two fibers. That is, we have to fix the two optical by pressuring the sleeves. Next, the second one is tapered sleeve or biconical. Tapered sleeve or biconical. Only shape of the sleeve can be changed from straight sleeve or tapered sleeve. Here the shape is conical shape to fix the two connectors. In this type of tapered sleeve or biconical sleeve is used to accommodate tapered ferrules. Tapered ferrules in this fiber end separation are determined by sleeve length and guided rings. Here these are there are only two types of connectors, that is wearing in straight sleeve and tapered sleeve. Next we are go for connector alignments. Connector alignments at the time of taking either straight sleeve or tapered sleeve, how alignments can be take. Here see this one, there are three types of connector alignments. First one is how numerical apertures of two fibers are matched together, that's why we are going for connector alignments. You see this one, first one is lateral offset. Lateral offset. See this one, two fibers. This is center is core. This is the cladding of the fiber one. This is the core of the fiber two. These are cladding layers. How connect together? Must and should fiber one core connected together, fiber two core. But see this figure. See this figure. Fiber one, fiber two. It is not can be connect exactly properly. Fiber one core is some connected to cladding of the fiber two. Only some part of the core can be connected together from fiber to fiber two. This is mismatching. It is mismatching. See this one, core of the fiber one center, core of the fiber of the center two. This is the core overlapping area. This is overlapping area. How much separation is? D is the separation. Here the lateral offset is nothing but this alignment occurs when the fibers are displaced along the face of the fiber, and hence the core overlapping area is reduced from circular to elliptical form. This is circular and elliptical form. That is mismatching. Then automatically some power is lost due to lateral offset. Next, the second one is longitudinal offset. Here this longitudinal offset, two fibers, fiber one and fiber two, core can be matched together, cladding to be matched together, but some separation distance is yes. At that time some power can be lost at this area. Here in this A, what is meant? A is the diameter of the core. Here in this longitudinal offset, when two fibers are separated longitudinally by a gap of S between them, then the longitudinal end separation misalignment occurs. Next one is angular offset. Here this angular offset is nothing but only face can be changed. See this one in this figure. This is the fiber one we are taking. This is the fiber two. Here for perfectly matched fiber, if a point of joint of which core axis of the fiber one is at an angle with the core axis of fiber 2, then angular misalignment. Here the angle, some angle, it can be fixed. At that time some power losses in this direction. The core axis is not matched, okay? Not matched. Based on some angle misalignment, we are getting, this is called the angular offset. Right. Here today we discuss about what is the meaning of fiber joint together, part of the fiber joint, where exactly fiber joints can be together, and what are the different types of fiber joint, that is splices and connectors. Splices is nothing but permanent connection. Connectors are nothing but temporary connection. We discussed about there are three types of splicing techniques, that is fusion or mechanical or welding splicing. Second one is adhesive splicing. Third one is V-groove splicing. Here, based upon these three splicings, how the end prepare the fiber we discussed, and how to calculate efficiency of the splicing techniques we discussed, and we discussed about the second type of fiber joint is connector. What is a connector? What are the principles of good connector? How connectors can be takes place? And there are two types of connectors we discussed: straight sleeve and tapered sleeve. At the time of connection takes place, we are taking three drawbacks at the time of alignments. That is connector alignments. There are three types of connector alignments we discussed today, right? Lateral offset, longitudinal offset, and angular offset, right? Now, do you have any query? Type your query in a chat box. Thank you very much for attending today's class.